Martin Lewis has taken to Twitter to hit back at a social media user who took issue with a poll he posted which asked his followers for their opinion on the issue of Scottish independence. The money-saving expert, 50, only gave options for those who lived in Scotland and in England, Wales and Northern Ireland to respond, much to the annoyance of some Twitter users, which led to one angrily branding him a BND. Martin posted the contentious poll late in view of his 1.5 million followers. He wrote, "Today's Twitter poll, should Scotland be an independent country? PS Of course this poll isn't a representative sample, it only shows what people on here think, so Terry's huge sample bias, and should not be seen as indicative of any wider view," he added. Out of 93,000 voters, those living in Scotland who said it should be independent made up 22.1% of the vote, while those who lived in Scotland and said it shouldn't be independent made up 10%. It was a near tie for those living in England, Wales or Northern Ireland, with both yes and no votes at 34%. Some Twitter users were outraged by the idea that the money-saving expert would ask people not living in Scotland for their opinion on the matter. At Mark Connor 64 wrote, "Why would you ask people not staying in Scotland their opinion? But out BND." Martin responded saying it obviously wasn't an official referendum. He wrote, "'Cause it's just my daily Twitter poll, not an official referendum. If it helps put your mind at rest, don't worry, it's not binding." Sick. I've also asked UK folk questions like who they'd as US president and whether pineapple should be allowed on pizza. They weren't binding either, sadly. It comes as Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon is trying to set another date for Scots to vote for the chance for their country's independence and is currently asking the UK's top court whether the country has the ability to hold a referendum without their permission. Following his reply, Twitter users rushed to Martin's defense. At Wastefighter pointed out some hypocrisy in the social media user's profile. He said, "You literally have a Ukraine flag in your profile, so you clearly have an opinion on a country you don't live in." They added, "It is possible to have polite discussion, you might find it actually strengthens the independent vote." At Clara Hyannon wrote, "Martin, you have no idea how bitter the whole independence question is in Scotland. We have a very grim time ahead up here." At Lorab2588 wrote, "You should know better, Martin. This is 2022. Nobody is allowed an opinion because you're bound to offend some sensitive head somewhere."